International students, if you're here in the United States on an F1 visa or some sort of M1 visa, there's a lot of interesting options for you in America if you want to stay in the United States and get a green card. In this video, I'm going to talk about what you can do if you're an F1 student to kind of help yourself work, support, and other options available for you to go from F1 to green card status. Hi, my name is Mohammed Salim. I'm an attorney in New York practicing immigration law throughout the United States. So call me if you're in California, Arizona, Florida. I can talk to you about your case and help you as well. So let's start. First, I'm assuming that you're already here in the United States on some sort of F1 or M1 status. F1 is for students that are here on college, universities, they're enrolled in programs. You know, you might be in you might be going to Brooklyn College, NYU, if you're in New York City like this. Or you might be going to a vocational school, or you might be doing English learning programs wherever you may be. I just spoke to a client, she's upstate in Albany, she's doing English classes. So there's lots of universities that you can get into, but I imagine you already got in here. So when you're a student and you're in the United States, one thing that's interesting for you to know is that there is a way for you to help yourself financially. So the F1 program allows you to work on campus. So let's say you're a student here in New York and you're going to Hunter College or some other CUNY University program. You can try to find a way to get employment on campus. You know, that's the same thing if you're actually at another university somewhere else. You could find a way to kind of work on a facility or an associated program with the university. So that's really critical. It'll help you get a little bit of money and pay for your bills and expenses, all right? Now, very important, if you get a Social Security card, you can only work if you're part of the F1 program on some sort of educational related facility. So don't try to go and get another job because you might get into trouble, you know? So that's something that you have to pay attention to. So a lot of students, they get a social, they may work other jobs and so forth, but officially you're not supposed to. You're only limited to the type of employment because immigration is really particular. All right, so let's talk about what your options are. You're already here in the United States. You've been going to school as an F1 student. What can you do? It doesn't matter whether you're in, the basic college or maybe you're a PhD student. So this video is going to be helpful for all of you guys who are looking at different options for you. First, and perhaps the most easiest option, and something I do all the time, is that people come to America, they go to school, they fall in love, and they get married, So if you're here as an international student and you get married to a US citizen, I can do what's known as adjustment of status. There's a lot of videos I put out there that talk about adjustment of status and green card interviews, but the process is really straightforward. Once you get married to a US citizen, you can file the I-130 petition along with the 485 petition and change your status from F1 to a legal permanent resident. It takes about 6 months to maybe 12 to 18 months for the entire process. But the good thing is, if you get married to a citizen and you're a student, right, you can apply for a work permit that's unrestricted. So while your green card application is pending, you could go get another type of job. You're not limited to just working on campus or your university or other limited area. Now you could go work for Google, IBM. If you're a medical student, you could even try to apply for medical universities. So that gives you a lot of options in that direction if it's a marriage-based petition. All right, so maybe you don't fall in love, you don't get that lucky, and you haven't met the one that you want to get married to. There's other options as well. Let's talk about these options. These are employment options. So there's a lot of employment-based visas that you can go and try to switch over to. Some of them require some sort of employment sponsorship. So if you're here on an F1 program, maybe your program's ending soon, you're done with what's known as OPT, this training that you're doing with your field, and you have an employer who's willing to sponsor you, we can work with you to do that seamless transition to go from an F1 student to, let's say, employment sponsorship. That's really important, because you don't want to break your status. You don't want to jump out of your status or lose your status, because maintaining valid status on an F1, especially employment route, is really critical, and you don't want to break that view. All right, so within the employment realm, there's different categories. There's EB1, EB2, and EB3. All of them are tracked towards a green card eventually. So that's really important that you look for an option that's going to help you get a green card. All right, so call me if you want to talk about the specifics. Like and subscribe. We really love the comments that our subscribers have. Maybe you want to see what your options are, in some other way. So we're happy to share that, and check out our other videos.